Okay. Hello everyone. So now we'll discuss about chapter 5 and chapter 6 of POXO Act, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. So the so the chapter 5 of this act talks about the procedure for reporting of cases. So the section 19 of this act talks about reporting of an offence. In this case of sexual offences committed against children, information can initially be made to the local police officer or the special juvenile police unit, which is here denoted as SJPU. The police must record the complaint in writing and read it over to the person making the complaint, which must be entered into a book kept by the Special Juvenile Police Unit. The local police of the Special Juvenile Police Unit must then report the matter to the Child Welfare Committee and the Special Court within 24 hours of receiving the complaint. If a child victim is making the complaint, then the complaint must be in written, which must be in very simple language to ensure that the child is able to understand the each and every content of the said complaint. If needed, if the child is not able to understand the contents of what complaint that particular child is making, then the translator and interpreter must be provided to that particular child. And now the section 20 of this act talks about the obligation of media, studio and photographic facilities to report the cases. Any personnel of the media, hotel or hospital, club, studio or any other photographic facility when came across any material or any object which is basically sexually exploitative of the child, which includes the pornography or any obscene representation of that particular child, through the use of any medium shall provide the information to the special juvenile police unit or to the local police as the facts of the case require. The section 21 talks about the punishment for failure of reporting the case. So the failure to report or record the commission of an offence, the person can be punished with the imprisonment of 6 months or fine or both. If the failure is done to report or record the commission of an offence by a person who is taking the charge, then the imprisonment to the person can be given up to 1 year or fine or both. The section 22 of this act talks about the punishment for false complaint or false information, if any, given to the said bodies. Then any person making false complaint shall be punished with the imprisonment for a term which may exceed up to 6 months of fine or both. The false information, if any, given by the child, then there will be no punishment for the child. Whoever, not being a child, makes the false complaint or provides false information against a child shall be punished with imprisonment, which may extend to 1 year or fine or both. And the section 23 talks about the procedure of the media shall make any comments on any child from any form of media which may affect the reputation or the privacy of their child. No report in any media shall disclose the identity of any child. Publishers or owners of the media shall be liable if any act or omission for any act and omission of their employees. And the punishment for the said offence is from 6 months to 1 year or fine or both. Now, the next chapter of this act talks about the procedure for recording the statement of the child. Section 24 talks about the recording of the statement of a child. So there are few points that need to be kept in mind while recording the statement of the child. The first one is a statement of a child shall preferably be recorded by a women police officer not below the rank of SI. A police officer shall not be in the uniform while recording the statement of the child. The statement must be recorded at the residence or the place of the child or place of the choice of that child victim. The child must not be detained at the police station during night. The identity of the child shall be protected from the media. And the section 25 of this act talks about the recording of statement of a child by magistrate. So the few rules have to be followed by the magistrate also while recording the statement of the child. The magistrate must record the statement as spoken by the child under section 164 of Criminal Procedure Code. The magistrate shall provide to the child and his parents or his representative a copy of the document specified under section 207 of the code upon the final report being filed by the police under section 173 of the said code. And the section 26 of this act talks about the additional provision regarding statements that need to be recorded. The magistrate or the police officer must record the statement of the child in the presence of their parent, guardian. While recording the statement of the child, the magistrate or the police officer may take the assistance of the interpreter or the translator. The magistrate or the police officer, in case of a child having a mental or physical disability, must seek the assistance of a special educator or a person familiar with the manner of communication of the child or an expert in that particular field. The section 27 talks about the medical examination of the child. The medical and the few rules need to be followed while medically examining the child victim. The medical examination shall be conducted within 24 hours and in the presence of the parents of that child, which is also given under section 164A of CRPC. If the victim is a girl, the medical examination shall be conducted by a women doctor. The provisions of section 3 to 13 of the POCSO Act shall not apply in medical examination or treatment of the child. Okay, that's it. Thank you.